Hello everyone, welcome to Dan Does Stuff. Today I want to show you how to pan fry some eggs. I'm going to show you 4 different ways how to do it. Let's get to it. The first thing I want to go through before we start cracking some eggs is our main tools that we need. What I have here is a non-stick pan. This is all clad. I absolutely love these pans, but you can use a cast iron pan as well. Definitely need a spatula. The thinner, the better. You'll see a bunch of rubber ones that are thicker. It just makes it hard to flip. So I always recommend these super duper cheap. There's like $1 flippers is what other people call them, but it's a spatula. So let's get rolling. The first egg we're gonna do is a garbage egg, I like to call it. This is the easiest. We're gonna go easy to hard. Every single egg, what we're gonna start with is grease or a bacon grease. And what that does is not only add slickness to our pan, but also add some flavor. Bacon grease is awesome. You can also use butter. So I already preheated my pan, and I like to keep it at a medium or a 4. Everybody's stoves is gonna be different, so yours might need to be on like medium low or straight up medium high to get a good temperature. You don't wanna cook your eggs super fast as then they'll burn. So we wanna spread our bacon grease around, and let's get to cracking with our garbage egg. We got our free range, cage free eggs right here from the backyard. Cracking on the side, put it in the middle. See how I did that? Crack, thumbs, open, drop. Good to go. Now this one's super easy. You just mess it up as it cooks. There's really nothing special about this. It's just you just want to cook it so you don't get salmonella and you're sitting on the potty with the garbage can between your legs. I'm not going to go through all the seasonings I would put on these, but what I typically do is salt and pepper. Another good one is Lawry's seasoned salt. That's a good one too. Spread it around like that. It almost looks like scrambled eggs, and you just want to make sure it's cooked through. Scrape the bottom with your flat spatula and scrape it off on the sides. And that is your garbage egg, the easiest of the easies. Serve it up. Voila. We're moving to a little bit more difficult, the scrambled egg. This is a classic. Again, put our bacon grease in. Oh my goodness, making noise. Spread that around while it melts. Now what we have here is we have a bowl and we have a fork. And for our scrambled eggs, you can see there's a little white stuff in there. That's milk. Typically, I like to do a tablespoon of milk per egg. Same deal. Crack, thumbs in the crack, put it in. And not many people do a single egg scrambled. It's always going to be more than one. So we're going to do 2 for this example. Now, I have a fork. Just mix this up. Another tool that you can use, which I'll show you, is a little whisk. This really incorporates air into the eggs, makes them extra fluffy, and that's the reason for the milk as well. But a fork will serve the exact same purpose as this mini whisk. But what you want to do is you're lifting and turning, lifting and turning. I hold at an angle so it pools in that side, so it's a little bit deeper. Good to go. If you want to see it with a fork, same thing, circles or ovals. We already have our bacon grease in there. Just pour it on in. Now, if you're familiar with McDonald's or a lot of restaurants, what they'll do is for their eggs, they'll have it look like this and they'll just fold it. Or in other words, if you want to make an omelet, I'm not going to show that today, but this is similar where you can cover it up with a cover and just cook it like that, and then you can fold it into a nice little square to put on your English muffin or bagel or piece of bread. It's a really simple and easy way to have eggs on bread. But this, scrambled. So you pour it in and just push it around. Cut it up. Make sure you scrape the sides and just roll those eggs over. Pull them back. Nice and fluffy. And depending on how you like your scrambled eggs, some people like them runny, which you could take them off right now. Some people like them a little extra dry, so you just cook them a little bit longer. The timing, you just go based on looks of how the eggs look. I like my eggs in between as it pertains to scrambled. So that's about where I would plate these. So we're going to stop there. Let's throw these right next to our garbage egg. You can see the difference. You're not going to have the calico eggs like the garbage egg, but you're going to have nice light yellow fluffy. Now I did let them cook a little bit longer before I started chopping them up and rolling them. So that's not why they're big fluffy balls, but as soon as you get them in the pan, start moving them. I want to just demonstrate the other option that you can do with scrambled eggs. There you go. Next up, you might argue with me that this could be the easier one than the scrambled, but I don't know. This one's, I feel, is a little bit more difficult. This is called our sunny side up. We already have our grease in the pan, and oh, lovely. That yolk is cracked. Keep the show rolling. Put one next to it. That's not going to be sunny side up. So this one's simple. What you want to do now is cover your pan so you can cook the egg on the top without flipping it. If you don't have a cover for your pan, you can always use tin foil. We'll do the same trick. But for this, we have a little cover here that we can see what it's doing in between. So if you can look through it and you have the glass, you can see as it's cooking, you're going to have a little, the yellow is going to be a little bit more white or opaqueness to it of when it's done. But again, this goes back to how done you really want your egg is a timing thing. So we're just going to take a look, watch it go, and then we'll take the top off, check to see where it's at. What we want to do here is have a yolk that's running when we cut into it and not having to flip it at all. Since we have this lovely little window, we can see how the eggs are doing. As you can see, the yolk on the one is a little bit less yellow, and same thing with our other one. So we are good to go. Get this guy out of the way. Cut. Pull off. Just so you can see, we wanted yolk to come out in the middle like that. That's good stuff. You can dip your bread in there. Next up, we are going to do over easy. This is my favorite style of egg typically to do. Crack, thumbs in the middle, same process. Now with this, we're going to let it cook a little bit. Then you got to be quick on the spatula to scoop underneath it once it's cooked underneath, and then flip it over nice and easy. If you do it too early, then what you're going to do is you're just going to try to scoop it up with the spatula, and it's going to slop all over the place. So we want to cook on the bottom enough to give us a platform with our spatula to go underneath, and then flip it over nice and easy because we don't want to break that yolk. The goal here is to have the similar experience with sunny side up, where when you cut into the egg, that you're going to have that nice warm yolk that goes all over your bread or tortilla or whatever you're making, putting your egg in. Now, depending on how hot your pan is going to be dependent on your cook time on this. But what you can do is you can take your spatula and just go under the side, see if it's cooked, and see if you can move the egg a little bit. If you can move it like that, that's a good sign that you have a nice platform to flip it. Now, my recommendation is go on the yolk side because there's a little bit more weight on this side of the egg than there is on this side from a flip standpoint. So you just got to be nice and quick. So nice underneath, and then roll it over, nice and gentle. Let that cook just for a little bit. And this is our over easy egg. Same thing, where you should be able to take a fork and cut into it. There, it all leaked out the bottom. There it is. So you have your over easy, you have your sunny side up, you have your scrambled, and you have your garbage eggs. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's 4 different ways to pan fry eggs. I hope you learned something new from watching this. If you like this video and you want to see more videos like this, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, y'all.